Good morning. Looking out to the west or northwest on I-94 there in the foreground, it's pretty quiet. We've had some clear skies this morning and conditions that are not as bad as yesterday as far as temperatures are concerned. However, it is cold. This will change here throughout the morning hours because we've got our next round of snow approaching the valley, already moving into places like the Devil's Lake Basin right now. But the rest of us looking pretty good. We've had some clear skies here, and that will continue for a little while, that is. And seeing over toward Devil's Lake, that snow move in, I also want to point out the Minot area and back over between Minot and Bismarck. There are a couple of pockets where the snow's looking a little heavier at this point, and that's moving toward places like Carrington and down toward Stutzman County. Up to the north, Cando getting some snow at the moment, and back over into western parts of Benson County, and Devil's Lake kind of right in the middle of some flurries that the radar is detecting right now. And gradually, little by little, if you aren't seeing snow now, you'll see that chance here over the next hour or so. As we expand the view, you can see that this system just kind of working its way from west to east, and will continue to make its way into the valley through the morning hours. So it depends on where you are, whether you'll be impacted by that in the morning commute. Here's a look at our temperatures. 13 degrees in Fargo, 14 in Grand Forks. This is better than yesterday, but there are still some single numbers out there. It's 7 degrees in Wadena and 9 in Valley City and Aberdeen. Another issue is that the air is pretty light, or the wind is pretty light. Our air is calm down in the southern valley, and that may be leading to some fog. Some places reporting some low visibility. The good news for Oaks is we've seen that visibility come up. We were at less than a mile earlier. Now we're at 6. And Aberdeen is at a half mile, and that's where we do have a dense fog advisory. Elsewhere in the valley, most of us doing okay. Baudette has some lowering there at 3 miles. So some clouds roll in today, and with that comes the snow, and we'll see that moving into places like Grand Forks around the 9 o'clock hour. Fargo might start to see that move in at that point too. This is 9 a.m. and this hangs around. It's a slow mover, this clipper, so we're going to have it hanging around through the noon hour. I should say it's not moving at a fast rate. We're looking at that snow eventually moving on to our western viewing area and kind of breaking up a little bit too by the afternoon. And then in its wake, we see some more isolated pop-up snow showers develop. This is temperatures in the afternoon around the warmest time of day, mid to upper 20s here as we get into that 4 or 5 o'clock hour. Then later this evening, again, those spotty areas of light snow. And tonight, our model indicating there might be one little band that continues dropping southward through the overnight hours before it clears. So tomorrow morning, in its wake, we're going to have a couple of things happening here. Temperatures plummeting because we've got some colder air moving in, and that cold air moving in a hurry, some gusts into the 20s to about 30 miles per hour. So it's going to be a raw start to our day when you factor in both single-digit temperatures and winds that strong. So Friday morning, a cold one, a tough one to get going. As we get into the noon hour, the wind shows some signs of easing up a little bit. Temperatures begin their warming, but it won't be a warm day at all. We're looking at some teens to some low 20s for your highs, and that's it. So another cold one for Friday. We might set some more records for coldest high temperatures coming up here for tomorrow. And looking at your snowfall potential, most places seeing a little bit of light snow, maybe a dusting or just a few flurries. Some spots, though, in the valley will get in that 1 to 2 inch range with that band that's moving through this morning. And that will be the main snowmaker here over the next 24 hours, is that one larger area of snow, though we could still see some off and on snow into tonight. Tomorrow, again, a frigid day, and that continues into Saturday morning. We might see those temperatures nearing 0 again on Saturday, so a cold one. Sunday, our next system approaches. This one looks powerful again. It could be producing a decent amount of snow. The big question right now is the track on it. Is it going to end up in the valley, or will we just get a glancing shot of this one? And that time will tell. As it gets closer, we'll have a better idea. And then into next week, some warming starting up, some hints at some relief with another system moving in Wednesday. It's beyond the 7-day planner where it's looking like we'll get some more spring-like weather coming up. So hang in there. We're going to, again, deal with this for a little while longer, but there is hope for those who are really getting down about the cold and the snow.
We need a little hope, because you're right. We are getting down. Thank you, Lisa. Coming up on the Valley today, a new phone scam to watch out for.